Hello everybody, welcome back. Today is another day. I'm going to start splitting video segments into different parts of what I see. So, what do I see right now? Price has risen to all-time highs. We've ended up consolidating quite a bit on the time frame before market open, and there are resting below here tons of imbalances. So my suggestion is that price would go back to equilibrium at least, possibly work its way back up after sweeping some sort of form of buy side liquidity, which is what ES has just done, forming an SMT. Then I believe price could work its way down here, tapping into this daily order block to then push its way back up. But um, I'm going to split up segments just about how I'm going to trade this, what am I doing, things of that nature. So we have ourselves this SMT right here, which is quite transparent. But yeah, we will now end up seeing what price really wishes to do, causing a market structure shift right here. Which is quite nice. A reaction off of London lows could possibly take place. Could end up taking a small little trade here, just based on this SMT. ES seems to be the lagging index. We could end up getting a trade on the 1 minute chart right here, but I'm going to wait until London lows are actually swept. Okay. Looks like a market structure shift has just occurred. Now we can see the setup sort of forming. We see this order block right here in the 5 minute sort of forming. This 1 minute as well not being filled yet. I'm thinking the 5 minute is going to offer some sort of opportunity if possible. So we're going to be patient here. See if you get that close below. We just have a bunch of discrepancies in price from this high, from this low to this low. But now we just got this discrepancy from the London highs to London. You know what I mean. But we just ended up tapping sell side liquidity, resting in the form of those London lows. The 3 minute could offer some form of opportunity as well. I do want to be very patient here though. I will get back to you guys once I actually enter the trade. So I'm back. I've set my limit order right here for 8 contracts, pretty much at the very nifty edge of this order block, which is in between this fair value gap on the 5 minute, which is quite nice. What am I targeting? My first target, I was thinking the order block, the high of the order block, which could get tapped and then price obviously reverse off of. But I also put this 4 hour fair value gap edge as the very um, minimum target as well. So we're gonna see if we get filled in here. I might update you guys once I do, or if I don't. Or if I do not. I'm going to put fair value gap right here. This is all for my notes, so. Not quite at the CE of that fair value gap, but we are tapping into the. I might go ahead and just put it at the very tippy so I don't get failed on an entry. Just a little bit more risk, but I will update you guys if we get filled. Hello everybody, so it looks like we got our tap into the fill line of that market structure shift fair value gap. What are my targets now? Honestly, going to end up putting my stop a bit lower, or my fill, just to the CE of this FVG. See if we can get some form of reaction. Not exactly towards the equilibrium of the range, um, just because price action could end up, causing some form of retracement, something of the sort. And even though I'm decently confident that price would go down and tap this the body of this candle open, I'm not entirely willing to wait that long. So I'm just going to take the low hanging fruit. Well, the low hanging fruit would technically be this sell side liquidity right here. But seeing as this sell side was already tapped into, um, this should be an intermediate high to not be swept. Price should then go ahead and continue down lower. Just the basis of my idea. We could end up getting stopped in the end, of course. As with everything, there is a risk. So, yeah. But ES does seem to be displacing quite lower. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, we do look like we are displacing quite lower on ES, which makes sense. Going to mark out just equilibrium of this range for ES. And looks like we have that new week opening gap that we are pretty much drawn towards on ES. So we are going to see what price wants to do, of course. But I will update you guys if this hits. If this doesn't, I will update you guys. Thank you very much. As we can see, my trade did hit for a 124, quite a nice trade. I ended up modifying my stop loss or my take profit actually to this sell side liquidity just because it aligned pretty well with equilibrium on ES. They pretty much hit at the same time, so that was the low hanging fruit. I don't doubt that price will go probably to the CE, maybe even to the daily order block open in the PM session, but I'm just taking the low hanging fruit. We can also see here at 10 a.m., which is a mistake I made yesterday. The 10 a.m. candle did inverse. Well, when the 10 a.m. opened, price on the 4 hour inversed this gap, allowing for price to confirm that bearish was indeed the draw for the AM session, and that my trade would hit at all. Sorry. Another fun fact is that my cat pretty much shit and threw up everywhere, and my dog ate it. So that fucking sucks. Disgusting ass dog. But anyways, I trailed my stop to here, then I trailed it down to here. Then eventually, when we were down in these lows, I trailed it to here. But full TP ended up getting hit, so that's pretty much it for the trade.